Today marks 1608 day of daily lessons, daily reflections, and today we speak about standards and personal integrity. Standards and personal integrity, they always walk together, and I think that is very, very important to really speak about it because sometimes when we do not understand about integrity, we do not understand about standards, it's very, very easy to really have low standards or low integrity. So, number one, I will share seven truths about it. Number one, your standards are what you tolerate, not what you say. Your standards is what you tolerate. You potentially could say that, okay, I care about my health, but you tolerate some snacks like other persons are like, oh, do you want some unhealthy snack? And you say, yeah, I will take it. So you tolerate terrible food. So you say one thing, but you tolerate other things. So I think it's very, very important to understand that what kind of things do you tolerate? And I think this is a very great way to look into its standards, that my standards are supposed to be very high, but what I tolerate is potentially telling me what is actually happening. You potentially could say that, okay, like I really respect myself, but if you tolerate someone else to disrespect you, do you actually respect yourself? That's the question, and probably not. So everything in life we always say, like, what do I tolerate right now? And because when you increase your standards, you will tolerate less things in life. That's for sure. When you tolerate a lot of things, that means that you don't have a lot of non-negotiables. Non-negotiables are great things because it allows to really make decisions and really keep yourself in a high standard. Number two, personal integrity equal do what you said, especially alone. It's interesting because when you do the right thing only when someone sees you, that means you don't have integrity. What you have is image management. You want to be seen this way, but you're actually not that way. Because who you are is what you do when no one is seeing. That's exactly who you are. Because you're not looking to be seen in a certain way. You're doing because this is who you are. That's a massive difference. So when you look into the things that you said you want to be seen or you want to be seen by yourself, and you look into if you're doing them when no one is watching. Do you do the kind of thing and always watching and always saying thank you? Do you do the right thing when is nobody is seeing you, but because you know that this is the right thing to do? And it's a beautiful thing when you really do the right thing, even though that you know that nobody will notice it. Number three, every broken promise lowers your self-respect. Every broken promise lowers your self-respect. And I think that one beautiful thing is that if you see that you tolerate disrespect from other people towards you, that means that your self-respect is low. And I think that first thing that we can look into, okay, how many times did I promise something to myself and I didn't keep that promise? Because when you start to really change that and you say, I will promise all I know that I will deliver. So you make a promise, state your ratio, so you said that you will do something and you do it. Every single time when you do it, it increases self-respect. Now, when your self-respect increases, your standard of self-respect increases, you will not tolerate other people disrespect towards you as well. It is a beautiful thing. That's why I think that one beautiful thing is that when you really want to stop tolerating other people, first thing what we need to do is develop promises. We say things to ourselves and do those things. We increase our self-respect and we will not tolerate things that we're not supposed to tolerate. Number four, high standards feel inconvenient. That's the point. That's the point that high standards feel inconvenient. If you have said that I have high standards, but you feel very convenient, very comfortable with the things I do, most likely don't have high standards. Because high standards means that it'll cost you comfort, it require effort, and there is some trade-offs. Again, with the health. So like I really want to have a very healthy body, extremely healthy body. And then trade-off is that do you want to eat this healthy salad, this healthy meal, or do you want to eat fast food? Potentially delicious, maybe pleasurable, but it's not healthy for me. Again, those are trade-offs that we will make. Okay, so I really want a healthy body, but I need to sleep early. I could potentially go to a party, I could potentially scroll, I could watch a movie. but I want to have a healthy body. So trade off will be to go to sleep to do the right thing. So high standards is inconvenient, at least at the beginning, until you learn to build those habits and patterns of doing things differently. Number five, you can't fake integrity. It leaks everywhere. And it's interesting to think about how you do one thing, that's how you do everything. How you do one thing, that's how you do everything. What it means is that when someone sees you, even small thing doing it not the right way, they will assume subconsciously that you will do the same thing with the bigger thing. And we need to understand it. Because you do one shortcut in a show that you will shortcut, most likely you will do shortcuts on other things as well. And it's very, very important to really do even small things with high standards. Because so many people say, oh, like when there's a big thing, then I will do the right. But now small thing, it doesn't matter. It matters. Because that's where you build your character. Even on a small thing, you do the right thing. You do the kind thing. And I think that's a beautiful thing when you're able to really do the right thing. Because if you cut shortcuts, cut the corners at work, it will affect your reputation always. Because I want to work with people who really do work with integrity, not people who really have shortcuts. Number six, raising standards meaning losing your identity, all identity. And it's interesting because what it means is not just losing your old identity, it's sometimes losing your old life altogether, losing old relationships, old habits, old patterns, old way of living, old lifestyle. There's a lot of things that we will be able to really lose and let it go. And we're supposed to be happy about letting go of toxic relationships, toxic environments. And I think that's the beautiful thing when you say that my current habits doesn't fit my new integrity, my new standards, and I'm walking away from those. It served for a season, but not for this new season. Because an interesting thing, because as habits, it was great to get out of maybe old version of you. Now those habits are the cage keeping you in this stage. So sometimes even the habits that was beneficial for you for a short period of time now is dragging you down or sabotaging your progress. So it's great saying that I'm letting go of this season, I'm moving to new season. The last one, number seven, discipline is just standards in action. He said that standards is I train four times a week, and discipline is doing those 4 times a week. So it's a beautiful thing to really have a very high standards, but discipline will make sure that you actually achieve those high standards. Because one thing is that I have very high standards. I have like trainings every single day. It also potentially be a high standard, but discipline is not able to achieve that because you exercise only 4 or 3 times a week. So our standards needs to meet our discipline. Something is great to start smaller, and that's again self promises. To promise it yourself, okay, my current standard is 2 times a week, but I want to work towards 5 times a week or 4 times a week. And it's great to start a lower standard that you're able to really discipline yourself to do, rather than start from a very high standard that you're not able to achieve, and that reduces our self-respect because we do not do the things that we promise ourselves. This is a very interesting topic. It's better to start smaller but achieve it than to start bigger but not achieve it. And that is better to your confidence, to your self-respect, self-image, to identity, all those things. So it's very, very important. And I never feel sad or disappointed to start small. Because starting small is building the milestones that you're able to celebrate. And that celebration elevates your energy. And that energy that you receive from celebration, you're able to use to elevate your standards, elevate your discipline, and really have the energy to do the right thing. It works all the time. It works tremendously in health, in finances. When you're able to really measure your progress, little by little, small improvements over time leads to massive improvements. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.